Good evening, everyone. As we look out over the city tonight, there's a sense of calm, but don't be fooled. Big changes are on the horizon. The air is crisp, the streets are quiet, but soon, everything will look very different. A major winter storm is targeting southwestern Ontario tonight, and this is not your average snowfall. Meteorologists are tracking a powerful system moving in from the west, bringing with it a mix of heavy snow, ice, and strong winds. The storm's path puts London and surrounding areas right in the bullseye, and the impacts could be severe. Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued urgent weather warnings. Please take them seriously. These alerts are not routine. They're a clear signal that conditions could become dangerous very quickly. Stay tuned to trusted sources for updates as the situation develops. The storm will arrive overnight, intensifying by Thursday morning, right during the commute. If you have to be on the roads, expect rapidly changing conditions. Visibility could drop in minutes, and snow may pile up faster than plows can clear it. Roads that seem fine tonight could be nearly impassable by morning. We're expecting heavy snow, freezing drizzle, and the risk of ice accumulation on untreated surfaces. Even experienced drivers will find travel challenging, so consider postponing non-essential trips. And it's not just the snow. Powerful winds will whip across the region, creating whiteout conditions and blowing snowdrifts that can block roads and driveways. Now is the time to prepare. Charge your phones and devices, gather flashlights, batteries, and enough food and water for at least 24 hours. Make sure you have warm clothing and blankets ready in case of power outages. This is a high-impact event that could disrupt travel, power, and daily routines. Downed trees and power lines are possible, and emergency crews may take longer to respond. If you rely on medical devices or need special assistance, make arrangements now. Over the next few scenes, we'll break down the threats and give you clear, practical advice. We'll cover how to stay safe on the roads, what to do if the power goes out, and how to help your neighbors and loved ones through the storm. Your preparation tonight will make all the difference tomorrow. Take a few minutes to check your emergency kit, make a plan with your family, and reach out to anyone who might need extra help. Let's get ready and stay safe together. Remember, a little preparation now can prevent a lot of trouble later. Stay tuned for more details, and let's face this storm as a community, prepared, informed, and looking out for one another. The first and most immediate threat in this winter storm is heavy, wet snow. Unlike the light, powdery snow that often falls in colder conditions, this snow is dense and moisture-laden, making it much heavier as it accumulates on the ground, rooftops, and trees. It's falling at a rate that can quickly overwhelm even the most prepared snowplows, piling up faster than crews can clear it away. As the snow intensifies, visibility drops dramatically, sometimes to near zero, making it nearly impossible to see more than a few feet ahead. For drivers, these whiteout conditions are extremely hazardous. Roads become blanketed in snow, hiding ice patches and lane markings, and making navigation treacherous. Even experienced drivers can find themselves disoriented or stranded. As temperatures hover near freezing, a layer of freezing drizzle may develop, coating roads and sidewalks with a nearly invisible sheet of black ice. This thin glaze is especially dangerous because it's so hard to spot until it's too late. Both drivers and pedestrians are at risk. Vehicles can lose traction in an instant, spinning out of control, while people walking may slip and fall without warning. Emergency rooms often see a spike in injuries during these icy events. On top of the snow and ice, high winds will sweep across the region, whipping loose snow into the air and creating deep drifts. These gusts can reduce visibility even further, making travel nearly impossible and adding a biting wind chill that increases the risk of frostbite. The force of these winds, combined with the weight of snow and ice, can snap tree limbs and bring down power lines. This not only blocks roads but can also leave entire neighborhoods without electricity for hours or even days. The combination of heavy snow, slick ice, and relentless wind makes this storm especially hazardous. Each element on its own is dangerous, but together, they create a situation where risks multiply and conditions can change rapidly. Our infrastructure, roads, trees, and power lines will be under immense stress. The weight of snow and ice can cause branches to snap and power lines to sag or break, while roads may become impassable due to drifts or fallen debris. That's why we're urging everyone to take precautions now. Stock up on essentials, avoid unnecessary travel, and make sure you have a plan in case of power outages. If you must go out, dress warmly and allow extra time for travel. Stay alert for updates and emergency alerts. Take these threats seriously. Your safety and the safety of your loved ones depend on it. Southwestern Ontario is bracing for one of the most intense winter storms in recent memory, with the core of the system set to impact London, Woodstock, and St. Thomas most severely. Meteorologists are warning that these cities will be at the epicenter of the storm, facing the harshest conditions as the weather system moves through the region. Every neighborhood in London, from the bustling streets of Masonville to the quieter corners of White Oaks, should prepare for relentless snowfall, thick layers of ice, and powerful gusting winds. Residents can expect snow to accumulate rapidly, making roads and sidewalks treacherous. Power outages are possible as ice builds up on trees and power lines, and the wind could cause drifting snow to pile up against homes and vehicles. Travel conditions will deteriorate quickly, with visibility dropping to near zero at times. Major highways like the 401 and 403, which are vital routes for commuters and transport trucks, could become completely impassable due to heavy snow, ice, and whiteout conditions. Authorities are urging everyone to avoid unnecessary travel and to stay off the roads if possible. In Woodstock and across Oxford County, rural roads and small towns will not be spared. Dangerous icing and heavy snow will make driving and even walking hazardous. Emergency officials are warning that response times could be delayed, and residents should be prepared to shelter in place if conditions worsen. St. Thomas and the surrounding areas of Elgin County, including the lakeside community of Port Stanley, are also in the direct path of the storm. High winds along the shoreline will create massive snowdrifts, and the risk of power outages and property damage is elevated. Areas close to Lake Erie are expected to experience even more severe conditions, with relentless blowing and drifting snow reducing visibility and making travel nearly impossible. The combination of lake-effect snow and strong winds will create rapidly changing and unpredictable weather. Emergency services across the region are mobilizing, with first responders and snowplows on standby. However, officials emphasize that personal preparation is just as important. Everyone should have an emergency kit ready, with enough food, water, and supplies to last several days. If you live in any of these high-risk areas, now is the time to act. Stock up on essentials, winterize your home and vehicle, and check in on neighbors who may need extra help. Make sure your devices are charged and you have a plan in case of power outages. Please take these warnings seriously. Your safety, and the safety of your loved ones, depends on being prepared and staying informed as this dangerous storm approaches. Freezing drizzle is one of winter's most dangerous threats. It creates a thin, invisible layer of black ice on roads and sidewalks, impossible to see, but extremely slippery. Drivers can lose control instantly. Pedestrians risk serious falls. Even a short walk outside can be hazardous without proper footwear. Ice can freeze car doors shut and coat windshields, making travel and visibility even worse. It also adds weight to trees and power lines, increasing the risk of outages. Before the storm, salt your walkways and driveways to prevent ice buildup. After the storm, test surfaces before stepping out. Treat all wet-looking surfaces as potential ice. High winds mean it's time to secure your property. Bring in or tie down anything that could blow away. Patio furniture, garbage bins, toys. Move cars away from large trees if possible. Check for weak branches that could break under snow and ice. Charge your phones and power banks and keep flashlights with fresh batteries handy. Avoid using candles for light, use flashlights instead. Gather extra blankets and warm clothing in case of a power outage. If you have a fireplace or wood stove, make sure you have dry fuel ready. Test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors before the storm hits. The safest place during this storm is at home. Roads will deteriorate quickly. Snow, ice, and low visibility will make travel dangerous. If you must drive, ensure your vehicle is fueled and pack a winter survival kit, blankets, food, water, flashlight, and a shovel. Slow down, increase following distance, and avoid sudden movements. Bridges and overpasses freeze first. Use extra caution. Even four-wheel drive vehicles can lose traction on ice. Staying off the roads helps emergency crews and snowplows do their jobs. Every stranded car is an obstacle for first responders. Give plows and emergency vehicles plenty of space. Your cooperation keeps everyone safer. Power outages are likely, Be ready to be self-sufficient for at least 72 hours. Assemble an emergency kit: water, non-perishable food, manual can opener, flashlights, batteries, and a battery-powered radio. Charge all devices and write down important phone numbers. Gather extra blankets, warm clothing, and any necessary medications. Keep a first aid kit handy, especially for families with infants, seniors, or those with health conditions. Make sure everyone knows where the emergency kit and flashlights are. Unplug sensitive electronics to protect them from power surges. Stay away from downed power lines. Discuss your emergency plan with your family so everyone knows what to do. A little planning now can make a big difference during the storm. Stay informed. Conditions can change fast. Check Environment and Climate Change Canada for official weather alerts and updates. Monitor local news, radio, and social media for road closures, outages, and emergency information. A battery-powered radio is essential if the power goes out. Report outages to your utility provider. Don't assume they already know. Stay far away from downed power lines. Check in on elderly relatives and neighbors. Offer help if you can. If you have power and they don't, consider sharing resources. Community support is vital during severe weather. Staying connected and informed keeps everyone safer. Our strength is in our community. Be patient with road crews, they're working hard in tough conditions. After the storm, help neighbors who may need assistance clearing snow or getting supplies. Small acts of kindness, like shoveling a walkway, make a big difference. Thank emergency responders and essential workers for their dedication. Support them by staying off the roads and following safety advisories. Take this storm seriously. Finish your preparations, secure your property, and plan to stay home. Let's face this winter night with caution and solidarity. By looking out for each other, we'll get through this together. Stay safe, Southwestern Ontario.